But he had a girlfriend at the time. And her name was Karen. Did you know about her, Fatima?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, when that nigga ghosted me, I was so mad that I went to her salon and I told her everything.
What? Bitch, you really would do something like that.
I mean, she's a nice girl. I was upset. She still does my hair.
Seriously?
All right, Zatima fans. Now, Belinda, who hashtag Belinda is bae. I don't care what you say. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but I said it anyway. So, she's the character who's getting the biggest side eye from fans right now due to the fact that not only is she someone who knows who Karen is, but they're actually still pretty cool with each other. Turns out, long story short, 2 years ago, at some point during the Karen-Zach breakup to make up relationship, there was a point in time they had gotten mad at each other. They had broken up. Belinda was flying somewhere. She met Zach at the airport, had sex once, and he ghosted her. Turns out, that she constantly blew up his phone. He would ignore the calls, the text. She then went to the salon to pretty much, introduce herself and let Karen know what was going on, which actually, when you think about it, does that mean every time Zach and Karen broke up and he hooked up with someone else, he would talk about Karen? That actually makes sense. Think of it this way. At the end of season 2, after finding out about the whole Zach and Fatima thing at the grocery store, Karen's whole thing when they were driving back from the store, I can't believe he ain't even say my name. And I'm like, wait, what? How the hell does that make any sense? Basically, you just assume that anytime you two would fight and Zach would, move on with someone, he would talk about nothing but you, which is definitely what she did with Aaron. But then when Heather came around, which the timeline still makes no sense on this, strip club sex led to a baby being born, and apparently when Zach was drunk, because they were both drunk, he just went on and on about Karen. But if the baby's 3 plus the 9 months pregnancy, this would have happened prior to their relationship, but whatever. So it seems that maybe during the Hit It and Quit It with Belinda, Zach, talked about the whole Karen situation, and then they hooked up, and after they stopped talking, that's when she got mad, introduced herself to Karen, just like Heather did, going to the salon to explain the situation, and those two bonded over that, and she still does her hair. It's funny how these little things kind of fall together. And it's interesting because if you remember back when Fatima and Zach first started talking with each other, Zach, every time he would attempt to bring up, oh man, my ex, Fatima would stop him in his tracks. So it seems that, yeah, Zach would talk about his ex, if you will, with every hookup. So I think I said this in my review of episode 2, but it's a good chance a majority of Karen's customers are people who have been, I guess you could say, they've had their rendezvous with Zach. So there could be a bunch of spurned lovers at that salon we just don't know about. But does this mean Belinda can't be trusted? I mean, could she be leaking information to Karen about the whole Zach and Fatima dynamic? Maybe this could explain why Belinda tries to make a move on Zach later on in the season. Because maybe, her and Karen come up with a plan to break up Zatima. Like, you know what? Yeah, he still ain't shit. Why don't you try to hook up with him and see what happens? It'll prove to Fatima, that he ain't nothing, then they'll break up. Just because we know Karen is somebody who likes to start shit. That could actually make a lot of sense. It's kind of like it shows that Karen, while she might not physically be in the show, her presence is still felt. Same thing with the haves and the have-nots. Back when I said that, man, Veronica should have been killed off a long time ago on the show, because this woman has so many contingency plans that even if she got killed off, it wouldn't set the characters free. They would still have to deal with a hell of a lot of problems she would have put together, before she croaked. Same thing with Karen. She's not in the show, but hell, she can raise hell through other characters. Kind of like how one of my theories as to how Gretchen knows about Tony and Zach talking and possibly knowing about the stock information, that could have been a leak from Hayden, because Hayden probably isn't going to physically appear in the show, but some of the ripple effects from his activities in Sistas will hit Zach in the Zatima series. So let me know what you think. Do you think that Belinda's connection to Karen makes her a bit less trustworthy? Who knows? Will she run and blab her mouth about, Zach and Fatima's relationship to Karen? She's the kind of person who wants to know everybody's moves, so I can see that definitely happening. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you soon.